Marshall Pruett. This is the Barry Wanser, Chip Ganassi Racing, team manager, race strategist, mechanic back in the day, one of the beloved members of the IndyCar pit lane. So we're getting down towards the end of the season. I figure who better to do one of our final walk-in talks of 2023. So why don't we go for a stroll down pit lane, Barry?
Thanks, Marshall.
Tell me about racing and where this came into your life, because I know some of the answers to this, and you have an amazing background, but maybe not everybody here knows where racing came into your world.
Sure. Growing up in New York, played year-round sports, and eventually kind of evolved into racing with a neighbor. Northeast Dirt Modifieds and Orange County Fair Speedway. So I worked on
Dirt Modifieds to the Indy 500.
Dirt Modifieds, Indy 500, correct. From there, I kind of, you build relationships, you meet other people, and that opened up some doors into drag racing.
Now that's the part that I love most. You have one of the most diverse backgrounds of anybody here in terms of racing. So tell me about the drag racing love.
So initially I worked for the Boston Strangler Top Alcohol Funny Car. From there I went to another smaller team, Top Fuel team this time. And then from there I went to Joe Amato Racing, where
Joe Amato, a giant of drag racing. And also, if we're talking giant, Barry keeps his hair very nice and tight right now. But oh, I can't wait to overlay the photo of you with a full mane, looking like a lion, working for Joe Amato.
Let's not forget in '91, a mullet with a mustache was it. I couldn't pull it off now, but it worked back then. And I met my wife that year, so that was we started dating that year, so it was amazing too. But with Joe, I won my first professional championship, so it was pretty awesome. But I just felt drag racing was not something I grew up doing. It's like short racing. Like, it was the ultimate mechanic sport, which is incredible to hone skills and work under a crew chief like Tim Richards. Absolutely incredible. But from there, again, a close friend of mine that helped me get into drag racing, Tommy Vassie, who works for Augie Paps now with some of his feeder series. He got me an interview with Chip Ganassi Racing, and in '97 I started and was Zanardi's gearbox guy.
This little team, Chip Ganassi Racing. Let's talk about the Joe Amato times, though. So you got into this sport on the pro level, though, Barry, with just precision and immediacy in drag racing being the thing. What was it like being in that crucible every day where everything's happening so fast?
I mean, when I first got into drag racing, certainly at the Top Fuel level, like anybody getting in something that intense, I was literally drinking from a fire hydrant. Right? So when I started with IndyCar, we don't work on the engines here. The engines are supplied by the manufacturers. It was a natural fit for me to be a gearbox transmission mechanic, because I worked on things that spun
and blew up and attention.
Correct.
So let's say we go from short track, modified, dirt to NHRA to the defending kart IndyCar Series champions, right? You go in there in '97, you're coming off of the team's first title, Jimmy Wasser, this crazy Italian guy, the pineapple, Alex Zanardi. You couldn't ask for anything better, Barry. What was the culture like there and then? Because I got to tell you, it sure feels similar to what I see today. But what did you step into?
I stepped into what I left from Amato was this winning culture, and to do everything you can and do all the projects, all the testing, and really just everyone working together as a group with the common goal of going fast and winning races. And it was obviously a very fortunate time for me to walk into that. They already had the success, like you say, with Wasser, and so to be with Zanardi, and we went back to back with Zanardi with championships in '97, '98, and then we kept it going with Montoya in '99. It was pretty awesome. And when you look at who I still work with today on the team, whether it's obviously Chip and Mike Hull and Julian Robertson and Ricky Davis, all been around since that time. And Ricky and I are working together with Alex, and with the championship in '21, and obviously having a great year so far in '23. So we're pretty blessed to be able to work with such great people for such a long period of time.
Amen.
But
Tell
the
me
culture,
about culture, Barry, because you guys have something special and you protect it like heck. But tell me about this thing you've built, because you have a real team that you hold on to.
you know, it's hard to describe, but certainly our core group, you know, we got quite a few people that have been there 20 plus years, and, you know, we're the group that keeps the new people, you know, getting them up to speed, trying to adapt and learn our culture. And it really is about unselfishly working together for the common good for all the cars. Yes, and you know, we're separated in pit lane when we get to the racetrack, but everything we do getting to the racetrack involves improving the performance of all of the cars and compromising with everything we have going on in the building. You know, we have other series we're racing in the building.
Sure.
So, but, you know, we've had a lot of success, but the previous success does not guarantee future success. But it does give you the confidence to know, all right, we know how to do this, but we need to work hard, we need to work together to get it done, and we know others are working hard, so we need to work harder.
One or two more things for you, Barry. So we're going to close here talking about this 2023 championship run you're on with Alex Palou and the entire 10-car team. I appreciate the fact, though, that you, despite being one of the sport's great race strategists, managers, etc., you've also been a heck of an inspiration for a lot of us. You and your wife, who went through with your son, Ironman Michael. Tell me, though, Barry, about this side, because you could have kept that private, but you and your wife chose to make Michael's fight something that was educational, and it showed so much heart and spirit. Tell me about that, brother, because you gave a lot of yourself, and I think it opened a lot of eyes to the real heart within this series, too.
So childhood cancer is obviously devastating. And, you know, we had an 11-month battle with Michael, but, you know, with Lori and I, my wife Lori, we just divided and conquered. We said, okay, she's going to take care of Michael, I'm going to take care of work and the house and Robert, and we need family and friends to help us do that. And, you know, we're fortunate in the racing community to have, you know, a very, very large family. So we just felt making it public also helps open up everyone's eyes to what can happen to anybody.
And you've given back as well for kids who might find themselves in the same situation.
Sure.
There's a particular room that is racing themed and honors Michael as well, right?
Yep. Several years after Michael passed, we always wanted to redo one of the hospital rooms at Peyton Manning Children's Hospital. We got the opportunity to do that a couple years ago, and, you know, thanks to many in the racing community, many family and friends, certainly Chip Ganassi, Dario Franchitti, Scott Dixon, Graham Rahal, we're all, you know, very generous in their donations and help make the room possible. Plus, you know, several hundred individuals.
Yeah.
It was absolutely incredible how much money we raised to be able to do the hospital room, and you know, we get feedback from the nurses and doctors there that you know, that's, you know, when the parent-child walks into that room, that is the last place they want to be as a hospital. When they walk in that room, they're like, wow, this is pretty amazing. It doesn't feel like a hospital room. So goal achieved there, for sure.
One of the many reasons we love this guy.
It's hard to talk about.
I know. That's been, like, the championships are cool, and you get the rings for the 500s and all, and you go, cool. That, most important thing.
For sure. And you know.
Most important gift that you've been able to give. Barry, let's close on this amazing run you've been on this season with this number 10 team. This Spanish kid, Alex Palou, showing this guy could be a generational talent. You already have one in Scott Dixon, greatest driver of his generation. I'm not saying Alex is there, but I'm saying for what he's done in such a short amount of time, he's showing us that he is incredibly special. Tell me about this team, because you guys have been through a little adversity as well, but you've kept everyone locked in and performing. Tell me about this season and what you've achieved so far.
You know, certainly, you know, going into the season, we ended last year. There was obviously turmoil last year. Everyone's aware of that. But we just felt it wasn't something that affected us on the 10-car side. You know, we no matter what was going on with Alex and the team separately.
That didn't have anything to do with
It did
the
nothing to
people
do
on
with
the
us,
car.
what we did on the car and what we did every weekend. Obviously, you're looking back, there was obviously some distractions because of it. But once everything got cleared up and we were moving forward, we showed what we can do again, and we won the season-ending race at Laguna. So heading into this year, we had everything in place to just carry on really how we left off. And let's go to the track, let's perform well, have fun doing it. And we do, we have a blast doing it. And we've had a lot of success, a lot of performance. And Alex certainly is showing to be a true talent that we knew he was when he first started with us in 21. And it's a pleasure racing with him. We're, we still got 3 races to go.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to closing out the season, and hopefully it's our year to win another championship.
One of the great folks in IndyCar. So thankful for you, Barry Wanser.
Thanks, Marshall. Appreciate it. Thanks.
So coming into the Gateway weekend, knew in advance it would be Barry's last event for the year. Was originally planning to finish out the season on the timing stand with Alex Palou. Was going to have surgery, try and overcome and cure him of cancer and get everything done there. That was meant to happen a few days after the season finale in Monterey. Doctor said, no, actually we want to get in and do this surgery sooner, so meant that he would have to miss Portland and Monterey. So not only is that why we ended up recording this in Gateway, but also with him going through surgery and then choosing, which he had not at the time of our recording, had not chosen to make this public, but the fact that he has, just wanted to share with you, Barry's been through surgery. Here's the little screenshot of what they shared here on social media, and it was great to get the text along with many others from his amazing wife Lori that brought him home doing well, resting up, getting ready for another round of surgery, and from there we hope our guy Barry Wanser is going to be all clear. So without a doubt here, nothing but love for you, Barry. Here is the little honor that folks have given to him all weekend here in Portland, having just clinched the championship. This is just the best thing in the world. And here's our guy, Kyle Sagan, right here.
Thank you, Barry.
Thank you,
for
Barry.
everything.
We love you, Bear.